Good evening. My name is Josh Langford, and I want to share with you the story of the giant poop. 4 years ago, I had to have heart surgery. I was 22 with a congenital defect. The night before surgery, I had a delicious seafood pasta dish at the Macaroni Grill. It was great. I treated it as a last meal since it was my second surgery, and I figured my chances of living this time were far less than that of the previous time. I slept that night, poorly, and got prepped for surgery in the early morning. As my chest and groin were being shaved, and all my IVs were put in, I got a knock at the back door. I had to poop. Nothing special, but I was so deep into being prepped, I didn't feel like interrupting in order to drop a deuce. That was a big mistake. I had surgery which entailed a valve replacement, an excised right atrium, and the insertion of a pacemaker. Oh, and through that, they had to saw my rib cage wide open from here to here. I woke up, messed up on morphine, and with a tube down my throat to assist in breathing. For about 4 days, I was unable to enjoy food or water. All my hydration came from a bag of saline. Finally, after the 4 days, a nurse tells me that I can eat, but only if I can produce a bowel movement. Nice. So recall that I ate 5 days ago and probably took a dump sometime before then. My macaroni grill bolus was getting harder and denser in my colon as it waited to clear customs at Ronald Rectum Regional Buttport. I was unable to poop. I just couldn't do it. It was like trying to fit a bowling ball through a paper towel tube. It just couldn't be done. And while I was doing this, I had intense soreness all over my chest from my rib cage just recently being cracked open. So, with those in mind, I also had no energy. The energy level that I had was so low because I just had heart surgery and my heart was now smaller than it previously was. Remember that people die on the toilet all the time of cardiac arrest, heart failure, and heart attacks. Needless to say that when I attempted to pass this poop baby, I needed to be careful. I went to the bathroom and I instructed my mother, give me 10 minutes. If I'm not done by then, please verify that I'm alive. At about 9:45, I finally began to crown. I focused and hugged the pillow hard as I began to finally pass my butt baby. This Hershey's log was about ready for splashdown. Are you all right? I swallowed the turd back up and I admitted defeat. I was beat. I didn't have the energy to give birth to this baby later on in the day. After an entire 24-hour period of stool softeners and the blessing of a little bit of food, I was suddenly awoken by the urge to fart. It wasn't a big fart, but I thought it was enough. With no one in the room, I slid carefully off my bed, detached my blood chest drainage, and carried my IV tree into the bathroom with me, thinking only one thing. Holy Jehoshaphat! If I can get this fart to push this turd out at 88 miles an hour, you're going to see some serious shit. I harnessed the power of the fart and I focused. I quickly got to the crowning stage and I gave it all I could. With a giant thunk! The largest, hardest turd I've ever passed touched water, possibly cracking the porcelain. Unfortunately, habit forced me to flush my turd baby down before I remembered to grab a camera. It was beautiful, though. A hard, sturdy head, tapering down to a softened tail, the result of 24 hours worth of stool softeners. I grabbed toilet paper. I wiped my rear. I grabbed some more to wipe the sweat off my brow. And then, when I got out, I ordered and enjoyed a dish of chicken fingers. It might have been hospital food, but it never tasted so good. And that is the tale of the giant hospital Deuce. Good night.